What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Cuff from the Vision Lab Podcast. Yo, we are super excited. We're launching, as y'all know, a brand new series. We had last week we had James Aquila on the show. So this episode is actually sponsored by Aquila Financial and Tax Services. Hey folks, it's the Vision Lab behind the dollar. Hey yo Mo, what's cracking?
Cuff, today's guests are a dynamic duo in their own right. They are from Dallas and Mobile, Alabama. They are the owners of the company From Struggle to Paradise. Please welcome Javaughn Brooks and Mello Joseph to Behind the Dollar.
What up?
Appreciate you having us.
Appreciate y'all for having us.
No doubt.
The
Look,
power of social media.
it's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing. And real quick, last week, if y'all tuned in, you would have seen James Aquila on the show. So big ups to you, James, for jumping into the lab and really pulling back the curtain behind the dollar, man. I think this is amazing. You mentioned the power of social media. You guys have reached out to us and said, hey, we love what you guys are doing. We love how you're moving, how you're shaking.
Thanks.
We want to be a part of it. And so really the story was, what's your story? And I think, first of all, I absolutely love From Struggle to Paradise. All right, so let's start there. Where did that come from? Well, you know what? Hold up. I think we should pour up a little bit. Right?
I like that.
Let's get
Get comfortable.
Let's get loose.
Open your cups.
Yeah. So while we're doing that, tell us From Struggle to Paradise. How did that get started? What's that about?
So I came up with the name, I ain't gonna lie, back when I was in the 7th grade. It's just, with me, I came from a struggle. I ain't gonna say, it's the hardest thing in the world, but I always told myself when I get older, I was just always thinking of the word From Struggle to Paradise. No matter where you struggle, there's always got to be the paradise, like the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So as I got older, I knew when I wanted to create a business, I wanted to name it that, right?
Okay.
So a little bit about myself is that, I do Shopify. A lot of people don't know what Shopify is, right? So it's an online platform where you can sell products, you can make a lot of money, right? So I started this off back in the end of 2016, early 2017. And to accumulate from that time to now, how much money I lost is mind-blowing. I lost over $62,000, right?
In one lump sum?
Like all together.
Okay, over time.
Yes, over time. I lost over $62,000 doing this, right? A normal person would quit. A normal person would be like, man, F this. I'm finna go do something else, right? And, pretty much God led me to this. Because, I was one of the people where I wanted to get rich quick. That was my thing. At the time, I was working at Walmart, stressed out, working 12 to 15 hours a day. I'm like, man, it got to be something else. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to do the forex thing. I didn't do forex, but somebody was like, hey, join my team. I could get you this, that, and the other. And I'm like, let me try it. And then when he sent me a link, I seen somebody else's name under it. I said, oh, no. Can't do it.
Making money for somebody else.
You feel me? So I was like, nah, I can't do it. Then I tried to do, I bought a course. My homeboy told me about this dude named Ty Lopez talking about social media marketing.
Okay.
So I was like, let me buy this course. It was $1,000 at the time. I was like, okay. I seen all the videos. I said, man, ain't no way in the world, man.
Lost another G.
You feel me? So I watched and I'm like, man, it ain't making sense. So luckily I came across e-commerce.
Okay.
Right? So they were saying, hey, man, I can get you from zero to this amount of money in a month. I can get you this to this in a year, whatever. I'm like, man, it sounds good. Trying to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? So I said, boom, let me get into this. And then when I got the course, they were teaching me everything wrong. So I lost another G. But what they was teaching me was, it's like you selling products in China.
Okay.
So if you selling products from somebody, say somebody bought something in Florida, it should take, 3 to 5 days. But from China, it's taking months.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So when they get that product, it's going to be months, and I want my refund back.
Yeah, at that point, they forgot about it.
You feel me? So they forgot about it. I don't want this, get it back. I want my money back. So I lost a lot of money doing that. Luckily, I found the mentor that pretty much took me under his wing and taught me the game. And, like I said, over time, I just kept going. And this year, I finally became successful. In July, I made over $100,000 in 1 month doing this.
I want to pause you right there, okay? Because we're going to get into all that here in a little bit. Why don't you drop your story on how y'all got linked up, how you got
I did
involved.
talk a little too much.
No.
I apologize.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, most definitely. So I linked up with Javaughn probably about a little bit over a year ago. I was a full-time photographer / videographer, and he did help with the video, so we linked up from there and really just stayed connected. And we're both business-minded people. We're both entrepreneurs at the end of the day, so we both had that business relationship. Back in last February, I'm doing full-time photography, videography, but COVID hit.
Right.
And
Still here, unfortunately.
still here, yeah, still here. But at the time, I really didn't know what my next day was gonna look like because I wasn't able to shoot. I wasn't able to bring in income. Luckily, I had enough saved, so I had like a cushion. But after like a couple months, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Sure.
I initially started Shopify back in 2018, and I quit after 2 months.
Wow.
I quit after 2 months.
So
And yeah, go ahead.
that's crazy. And so y'all are giving the background. Obviously, we talked about Shopify.
Right.
Thanks.
What I want all of our visionaries that are tuning in, right, to understand is that there are multiple ways
of
to make
course.
money.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
We can be an entrepreneur. You can start, Shopify. You can go out and open up a business. Shout out to all the cigar lounge owners that we're partnered with and have relationships with. But at the end of the day, we want people to ultimately know that, look, there's a myriad of opportunities out there. And we talked about this before, we went live on the broadcast here. And that's basically, you can have a dream or goal or an idea, but it means nothing until you put action behind
Yeah,
it.
most definitely.
So I love what y'all have done, man.
Let me ask you this, right? So I'm 35, 40 years old,
Right.
right? And I'm listening to the show, and it's like, all right, cool, this sounds like a great idea. A guy just said he made $100,000 in a month on Shopify. At its bare bones level, to somebody listening to this show right now, what is Shopify? How does it work?
So pretty much Shopify is pretty much a platform where you sell products online, right?
Okay.
How does it work it's pretty much like drop shipping. If you don't know what drop shipping is, how can I explain this? Drop shipping pretty much is like you the middleman, right?
Okay.
So say for example, you could create a store on Shopify and you could do your product research where you find viral products online, like trending products. Let me think of something.
COVID mask.
COVID mask, boom, perfect example, right?
Okay.
You could create a store and put COVID mask on your store and sell it online through Google Ads and Facebook ads.
Okay.
So whenever somebody purchased that item from your store, you're not touching the item. You're not fulfilling the order. You going to a supplier and they fulfilling the order for you.
Okay?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Facilitating.
You the middleman. That's all it is. So you sitting back on your laptop. Oh, I got an order. Let me go to this site or this supplier. Hey, I got an order. Typing in the customer's information. Boom. They gonna send the order off to the customer, and you just collecting the money.
Yep. Oh, wow.
How difficult? Because you told us that you lost about 60
Right,
grand.
for
And you
sure.
told us that
Right.
you quit after 2 months.
Right.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well,
Nah.
yeah, what are the hard parts? Like when people say, okay, it's not a good idea. As soon as I'm done listening to this episode, I'm gonna go to Shopify.com now. So what's the sticking part that people don't know about? What's the part that makes you want to quit?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like getting a set strategy and either having a mentor or somebody to show you exactly what to do step by step. Because you can learn anything through YouTube, you can learn anything through Google or online, but it may take a lot longer. You may have a lot of hiccups, you may have a lot of bumps in the road if you just do it on your own. But if you have somebody that says, okay, do this, and that's what we developed the course for, we have everything step by step, I feel like you'll go a lot longer, a lot faster.
What do you call your course?
That's a From Struggle to Paradise course.
Okay, and how much is it?
Currently, it's $1,000, and that comes with the course and mentorship.
Is there a social media or a Facebook page or how people get a hold of that? How can they get their hands on that course?
Yeah, we're definitely creating that right now. I'm sure, like by the time this video drops, it's gonna be created.
Oh, for sure.
But
Not question.
yeah, most definitely. But
Money's coming in.
right,
For sure. For
yeah, it's
sure.
gonna be From Struggle to Paradise, probably the social media, and we'll have it on Instagram for sure, Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google, YouTube,
Yeah,
Bing,
YouTube
everything.
for sure. Yeah.
There's many different outlets we can go to. So
Most definitely.
sure.
Earlier you said something very fascinating. You said that you lost over 62,000,
Yes.
right? A lot of time for the average person, they hear that they just like automatically like, no, I don't have that.
Bingo.
I read a quote one time say that billionaires lose millions to become billionaires.
Right.
Millionaires lose thousands to be
Right,
millionaires,
exactly.
right? But the average broke person don't want to lose a single dollar.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Right?
Wow.
That's crazy. I like how you broke that down.
Yeah.
I like how you broke that
my
down.
thing is like doing you guys as mentorship. How do you work on somebody's mindset to say, listen, it's not a get rich quick scheme, because I mean it took you some time to get to where you at. How do you mentor somebody?
Right. So whenever somebody interested in getting the course, or if they even get the course, we always hop on a call to get their mind every time, to see where they mind at, where they going. Because with Shopify, you can make as much money as you want. We start off with the call in, hey, how much money do you want to make? You want to just have something simple on the side, like a side hustle where you just making $1,000, $5,000 extra in a month, or you trying to take this where you making $100,000 a month, right? So we ask them that to see where their mindset is, see where they're trying to go, what they're trying to do to get a feel for them. And then we tell them our story so they know this ain't no get rich quick stuff. We tell them,
you can put your hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
gotta work
So
for this.
exactly. So it's like we tell them, as long as you do your part, we're gonna do our part to make sure you're successful.
Okay.
So it's all on you if you want to be successful. We can lay the whole platform out for you step by step, but it's on you if you want to be successful.
Now, earlier you said, hey, you made $100,000 in a month.
Right.
Is that revenue, or is that putting money in your pocket?
That's revenue.
Okay. So what does the average person get off of the sales from their store?
Right. So roughly you get around 35 to 45%.
Okay.
So when I made over $100,000, I made over $47,000. It was $47,500
In 1 month.
in 1 month.
That's good money.
So now that you guys have been in it and you got
Right.
your own course, what is one of the things that, for those listening again, what is one of the things that you wish somebody would have told both of you before you started? Because like you said, you lost $62,000.
Man, dog.
You went for 2 months and
Right,
your
right.
hands up, but somehow, some way, you got stuck with it.
Yeah.
And looking back on it now, you can say, "I wish somebody would have told me." X.
Yeah,
What is
most
that?
definitely. I'll get started. So my thing, when I first got started, like Javaughn said before, I was using all Chinese suppliers because they're cheap, they're affordable. I could get to my client, but it's gonna take 3 to 4 weeks. And right there was like the fail of my Shopify career before I even started. So he showed me a way to have U.S. suppliers, be able to ship out the products within 3 to 5 business days, and I feel like that's just one like advice. If I would have had that before, I would have went a lot longer than what I'm doing right now.
A lot of people are going to hear this. A lot of people are becoming more aware as 2021 continues, especially since COVID's still here. Vaccinations came out late in 2020.
Right.
They're not fully dispersed amongst the population. But
When you getting yours, Cuff?
yeah, you know what I feel. I don't take.
Go ahead, Cuff. Don't take
I
medicine.
don't take that. In case y'all don't know, I'm a little under the weather right now. Not COVID. But, look, I'm not on that tip. But as 2021 continues, a lot of people are going to know more and more about Shopify.
For sure.
Can that market become saturated?
Or the real question is, are you guys worried about it being saturated?
Not at all.
I'm not worried at all. I can pull up numbers like right now for who I but I can just talk about them as well. 2015 Shopify e-commerce sales were I want to say 8%. In 2020, Shopify e-commerce sales is currently like 16%. So between 2015 and 2020, e-commerce sales have doubled.
Sure.
And from 2020 to 2024, it's expected to double again.
Okay.
So that just means more people are going to be shopping online. More people are going to be looking for e-commerce sites to go on, whether it's Amazon, eBay, or like another Shopify store.
So to the average consumer, when they actually go to XYZ website, do they have any idea that this is a Shopify store or anything?
At all. That's what makes it so crazy.
Right.
A lot of products you see, like if you scrolling down Facebook, Instagram, whatever, or even like like your cousins or nephews, like, hey, I want to buy this. If it's not from like a Walmart or Amazon, is 9 times out of 10 it's a Shopify store. I promise you. I promise you.
You'll be surprised too. Like if you look it up, some of the biggest brands out here are using Shopify to run the store.
Why? Why is it beneficial to those big brands, right? Like if you're big brand XYZ, like you got the money and the infrastructure to do it simply in-house, why use Shopify?
Really, it's just like an easy setup. Like the theme's already there. It's easy to use, and it just works. The formula has been there, and it just works.
It's super easy to do. Super easy.
Right.
So I definitely agree.
So we could use the same things that Fashion Nova uses, Wayfair, like some of the biggest brands in the world are using
stores.
Neiman Marcus, like some of the biggest brands. We can use those same themes and apply it to our store. Our store could look exactly like Neiman Marcus.
So what's the average age of a person that can get involved in owning a Shopify store?
The average person, average age?
Yeah, I mean average age.
I would say roughly between 16 to 28.
And that's one of the things I want to bring to light is that it doesn't matter your age.
It don't. It really don't.
Yeah.
It matters if you want to do it or not. That's all it comes down to.
The reason why I was asking that is because I know, right now there's a shift of movement that's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the millennials are starting to understand that the old days of go to school, get a good job,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get a good education and get a good job, those days have been long gone.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
They are
Thank
long
you.
gone, and a lot of the millennials are starting to understand that. So they're always looking for different opportunities. How can they actually, start a business and things like that? So that's why I was asking as far as what's the average age.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, there's a big market in that.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
And you said something I actually want to ask y'all.
Yes, sir.
As it relates to your business, did you
Right.
guys go out and we got James here on the show? Did you guys go out and get an LLC and develop
Oh,
an
yes.
actual corporate? Okay, perfect.
Oh yeah, of course we have. Got to
Too
cover
much
our
money coming in.
You
Right.
feel me? It's all the way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
What can folks expect when they hear this podcast? Right. They watch the video on YouTube, and if you're not already following, go ahead and follow the Vision Lab podcast on YouTube. But what can they expect from your course?
Pretty much from point A to point Z, how to be successful with Shopify. Right. We teach you everything that we actually do to this day to make money online. It's not like, hey, here goes some BS stuff. Get it if you want. You might make some money, you might not. No, it's like when we on the phone with people, we letting them know 100%. As long as you do your part, you're going to be successful. So it's not hey, if you do it, you might be successful, you might not. No, we ensuring you get the course, you do your part, you will be successful.
How many hours a day do you guys spend doing Shopify?
I would say for me, I'm spending about 2.5 hours a day.
What do you do
Same.
for the other 21.5 hours?
Yeah. Good question. I focus on my other businesses. Like I said, I'm a photographer, videographer, so sometimes I have photo shoots and I'm editing. But other than that, I'm focusing on my store or I'm spending time with like friends and family.
Okay. And I love that, absolutely. That time freedom is what everybody is after.
That's the goal.
I think it's a big misnomer, and that people are after money.
That's
You're
that's
really
crazy.
not.
Right.
That's
Right?
crazy.
You're after the ability to do what I want to do,
Yeah.
when I want to do it, with whom I want to do it.
Bingo.
with.
Most definitely.
Right.
I was I've been on a couple trips like this past couple months, but I had a birthday party in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. And the whole time I was getting money through my phone and I would just go in and like fulfill orders. And sometimes I'll wake up on vacation with more money that I had in my last job for the whole day.
Wow.
I'll wake up to like $500 profit, waking up to it, and the day hasn't even started.
Jesus, facts. Like it sounds crazy, but
It sounds too good to be true, but
So I've got two questions for you. The first question is, as it relates to your course, why do you guys want to get your message out there? Why is it important for you to tell this story, to have this course, and to teach others?
I say because we actually care about people's success.
Right.
Like I said, I told you at the beginning, I was on some get rich quick, and they were just throwing courses like, "Hey, just follow this stuff. I don't care if you become successful or not." When I try to reach out to the people that create the course, I had to get the assistant. I can't even talk to the people that actually created the course. So to me, as a consumer, it made me feel like you didn't care. You know what I'm saying? You didn't care about my success. So it's like, with us doing this, we actually care. We there for you, and we gon' make sure you be successful as long as you do your part. So I feel like that makes us different from a lot of people that have courses, is that not only are we showing you how to be successful and it works, it's like we actually care. So that's why every time we get somebody to either want to join or do join, we want to call with you off the top.
Yeah.
Off the top, so we can get a feel for you to let you know, hey, if you got questions, don't hesitate to ask us.
Yeah.
We're here for you. We're not here for the money. I mean, of course, the money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's
But
like,
ultimately, it's better for y'all for whoever joins to be successful.
bingo, because
Yeah.
you know how much money people spending on Shopify courses right now? a Shopify course like from the people that's so-called millionaires and gurus, they charging what, $4,000 to $5,000 a course.
I know some that's like 10,000.
10,000 a course.
10,000 for a course. Yeah. Right.
Do you plan on raising your prices?
Yeah, most definitely. Eventually, just because we're always adding stuff to the course. So currently, right now, we have 5 streams of revenue on the course. We have how to build a website. That's a form of revenue. We teach you how to run ads. We teach you how to use credit and utilize credit with Shopify so you can travel the world for free. That's something I'm doing currently.
Guru, that's the credit guru.
Right. I'm using these business credit cards like American Express, American Airlines credit cards. And because you spend so much money like on ads or on products, you get that money right back. But because you spend a lot of money, you can use that for free flights or free hotels. Absolutely. So we're having a lot of streams of revenue. We're just gotta keep adding to it.
So it's like, not to cut you off, but it's like, not even trying to be funny, but I don't know not one course that's teaching you 5 different streams of income in one course. 5 different streams of income in one course. Yeah. I don't know not one course. I promise I don't.
Right. So here's a question for you. How has both of you, how have your mindsets changed from where you were when you started Shopify to where they are now?
That's a good question.
I say the mindset changed for me because in my mindset, with all the experience I have and the students that we teach, I feel like we can sell anything. And a lot of people can't, like, I could probably sell that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there is nothing that we can't sell online to make money, right? And creating a store is easy. Running ads is easy. That's what I do too. So it's like, that's what I do on the side. So I have 11 clients that I actually run their ads for through Google, right? Okay. So not a lot of people learn. A lot of people don't know about Google ads, right? Mm-hmm. So quick little, you know what I'm saying? With Google ads compared to Facebook, YouTube, and Bing, with Google, you only get charged by what you're clicking on the link, right? So with Facebook, if you put an ad on Facebook, it's all about impressions, right? Mm-hmm. So when you scroll down, no matter if you click the link or not, you're getting charged for it.
Because somebody, quote unquote, saw it.
Bingo. You see what I'm saying? But on Google, if you run an ad on Google, you only getting charged when people click on that link. And you got to think about it. When people search stuff on Google, their intentions is to buy. Right. Mm-hmm. That's what their intentions are. So... yeah, I'm talking so much, man. Hey, I'm so passionate, man.
This is why we created this entire financial series.
I'm so passionate about this, man.
Cuff and I got together, and he had a brilliant idea one night. He said, "Hey, everyone's always talking about, New Year's resolutions, or I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna do this." And people always say, "Okay, I'm gonna save X amount of money to get my finances in order." And he said it one night. He said, "Hey, we need to do a series when it comes to finance."
Right.
And so, and literally, I don't know, 3-4 days after he said it, you guys sent us a DM. So it just worked out, man. So don't feel
attraction.
Right. Absolutely. So no, by all means, as passionate as you are, like, we appreciate it, and our listeners are going to appreciate it, because
I appreciate
this is a space that he and I are not familiar with in regards to Shopify. So we're learning just like you guys, are teaching our listeners.
I actually had a quick little stint with Shopify. I knew about it. I set up a BS website. I never fulfilled on the execution side of things, right? But believe me, when we get done with this, we'll be talking about how to execute on that, because there's so many different ways, and that's really what I want all of our visionaries to understand and to know, is that there's so many different ways for you to make money, right? Yeah. You're not limited to your 9 to 5. You're not even limited to being just an entrepreneur for, a product that you're selling, right? You can do so many things, and I think it's imperative for people to have multiple streams of income. Right. And you guys are offering multiple streams of income within one platform, within one course.
Crazy,
so I want to kick it over to our finance guy, and tell me, what are your thoughts as it relates to any questions, concerns, commentary that you have?
Well, no, I was just gonna say I commend you guys, for especially giving the opportunities for people, to be able to do the same thing that you guys have done, because it has worked for you. So therefore, you have the faith. You now have evidence that, listen, if you apply exactly what I've done, you could also achieve the same experience, right? Definitely. Now, what I've realized and found is that people who are motivated, who gets up in the morning and they know what their vision is, right? They know what they want. when they, success happen when preparation meets opportunity.
Right.
You see, what happens is that somebody comes to you, if they are not prepared, right? That's an opportunity that you provided. But if they are not prepared, then they may buy the course and not do absolutely nothing with it. But then once again, you find somebody who's been preparing themselves. They're ready. They listen to ET all the time. I mean, every time it's one of my all-time favorite person I listen to. Right?
Shout out to the hip hop preacher,
right? He always, one of his favorite quotes when I met, he always talk about how when you want to succeed as bad as you want to, breathe, then you'll be successful.
Exactly.
And the same thing is that when people come to you guys, so I just want to give you a shout out to you guys because y'all provided the opportunity for people who are hungry, who wants to succeed, but they, a lot of time they don't know when the opportunity going to show, but they're ready, right? So for the listeners that are listening, for the visionary, we may have somebody who becomes the next millionaire because they heard this podcast and they're like, man, this is something I've been waiting for. Right. And so I'm just excited to overall. It's just there's iron sharpens iron, and especially whenever people come together who have like-minded mindset, we are able to actually build something even greater. So I'm excited about this.
How long does it take to actually complete y'all's course?
I'll say on average, probably like 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh, wait.
So the coursework
that's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Right.
To get
Self-paced. Right.
And if you do the work, you're ready to go by the time you complete the course.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Not even a question.
Yeah, so the coursework is about 5 to 6 hours. It's not long at all. But we give you like homework assignments after each video. So we'll have a video, they would say, okay, build your website. We'll show you how to build a website. We'll have another video, they would say, okay, add products. We'll have another video, okay, this is how you do ads, go ahead and do ads. But I'll say like,
are you allowing your students to do like beta testing with the ads, or do they have to go out and actually spend money on those ads?
Yeah, so they spend money, but it's not a big amount at all. We start off probably.
So here's take $20.
Right.
Go run an ad campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That way, it's not eating your product. It's not eating your pockets, but at the same time, you're still learning. You're still getting something out of it.
And to add to it, it's like when you say about the mindset, it makes your mindset different, especially with the ads, because everybody that had like an extra 20, extra 50. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spending it like on, I don't know, like some Jordans or some clothes.
You ain't gonna get no Jordans for 50.
No, I'm just saying, hey, go down, you know what I'm saying? Bootleg anyway, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? All the stuff like that.
New Balances or something like that,
Yeah, so instead of wasting your money on on that type of stuff, you can put it in your business. So it makes your mind different. Instead of just wasting money, you're gonna just reinvest your money in your business to make you more money. So that's how my mind changed with e-commerce and Shopify. It was all the money I was getting, instead of just buying this, buying that, I reinvested to the business to keep it doubling, keep it going.
Yeah.
So we're talking behind the dollar, right? How much value do you place on the dollar now than before?
How can I say this?
He held his breath because he made $47,000 in a month. He got a different perspective on it, right?
Right.
He's trying to stay humble over
No,
it.
because it's like one thing I learned is like money easy to get, hard to keep. You know what I'm saying? Easy to get, hard to keep. And especially for people that came from a struggle and didn't really have much, or if you did have a lot, it's like everybody want to splurge. Everybody want to buy everything they ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, with me, it's like that stuff easy to go. You spend that money, you might not get it back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with me, it's like, I'm not finna go broke. I'm not going broke no more. I done lost 62 racks. I'm not going broke no more.
Right.
Not finna happen. So it's like, it changed me, because like I said, everything I got, I just reinvested to the business. I'm flipping it. I used to call Mello and say, man, you might well call me Flipper. You know what I'm saying? I used to say, you might well call me Flipper, I'm just flipping.
Hey, somebody in Houston might be upset with you for that, though.
Well, I ain't saying it like that, but
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, for a value of $1, I saw an interview with Drake, I want to say like a couple months ago, and he really emphasized of the more you get older, the more you become successful, the more money you have, your appetite grows, and your mindset gets bigger, and you have bigger, better dreams. So for me, this past year, I've hit new goals. I've made more money than I ever had in my life. So now it's like, okay, what's next? getting that next step, and hitting that next goal, and reaching that dream. And after that, it's gonna be reaching the next dream. So
what's interesting about this is that today we're actually dropping we've already done it at this point by the time that you guys are watching this, but we had our vision board party.
Okay.
And I've got to ask this since we're in this vein. Do you guys have vision boards? Do you write down your goals, your dreams? Do you try to manifest those?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that process look like for you?
So for 2021, I say, especially for our course, we want all of our students, not just one, not just two, but every single student that sign up for this course, we want them to make 6 figures. That's not no
So
crazy.
you put that on your board?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because we, it's not, to me, it's like second nature to us, right? And when you hear people throwing out numbers like, hey, I can make you $1 million, I can make you this amount of money, it's like, you're like, man, that's crazy. I don't believe that. It's like when we talk to people, like, no, we for real. Like when I tell somebody, hey, I can make you 6 figures in 3 months, they gonna laugh at me. But I'm looking at them straight face like y'all doing, right? Like, no, I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing. So that's one of the main goals that's on my vision board for the course, for all the students that's in this course to make 6 figures.
Love that.
Most
Absolutely love that. What are you going to say?
Pretty much same thing. So I have goals for professional. I have goals for family. I have goals for God. I have goals for everything. But most definitely for the course, like Javaughn said, we want every student to hit 6 figures, and we know it's possible. We've done it, and we know it with our formula and the way we teaching it step by step. Anybody can do it.
Anybody.
So I'm curious, right? Before you had the month where you made $47,000.
Correct.
And it's for both of you. When did you know this is actually going to work? Because they say you'd been through, both of you, I don't know. You lost a chunk of money. You quit. When did you say this is going to work?
Yeah.
Like a light bulb moment.
Right.
So with me, I take this, right? So after I made that big month, right, I sold my store. Right, I just threw everybody
sold
off.
your store.
I sold my store.
Why?
But check this out, though. Check this out. Because I ain't gonna lie, I love teaching. I ain't gonna lie, right? And the creative store is like nothing. I have everything on automation. I got VAs that help me run my store.
The VA, for those that are
My bad. Yeah,
virtual assistant.
Virtual assistant.
Now,
right?
are you getting them from India or what?
Oh heck no! I got mine from the U.S. I can't, no disrespect, but it's I can't really understand sometimes what they be saying.
Yeah.
No disrespect at all. But
This is coming from somebody from Alabama.
you got the most country accent.
Right.
I use VA.
No, facts. So I ain't gonna lie, I just lost my train of thought.
No, you had a VA, you sold your store.
Yeah. Okay. So I sold my store on Shopify Exchange. A lot of people don't know what that is, right? So what it is pretty much a platform where you can build a store and sell it online to sellers. It's people that's actually looking for a store already made, already making money.
Process.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? So instead of having to start from the bottom, you could just buy a store on Shopify Exchange. They already got the money coming in. All you gotta do is just run it, right? And I sold my store for $32,000.
Okay.
So really, you didn't make 47.
No, that was just with the store. You talking about how much I profited from that 100K?
Yeah.
That's how much I profited with that store. But I put it on Shopify Exchange and sold it for $32K.
So really, you made 79.
Bingo.
Man.
In 2 months.
So it's a lot of people don't know about that. So that.
They ain't trying to put all your business out
No.
But
Right?
this is
Look,
why
my
we
family gonna be calling me
But like you said, they back in the business. though.
Yeah, back in the
Remember I
business.
loaned you that $100?
You know what I'm right?
Back in the business.
You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, exactly. People call me, hey, cuz.
I guess this question goes for both of you guys, because one of the things about being successful is that I've found that it's not about how much you make, it's what do you keep.
Amen.
At the end of the day, what do you actually want to keep it, right? And so I guess my question to you guys is, what are some assets that you guys are involving in that could potentially grow your wealth moving forward, right? Because these are things like Shopify is a vehicle that is bringing in the cash flow right now. Building wealth is going to take different types of vehicles to get there. So talk to us a little bit about that.
So I'm into real estate. I'm not big in real estate. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I got Airbnbs.
Okay.
So I'm not like breaking down houses, flipping houses. I ain't doing that yet. You know what I'm saying?
But you're young though.
Exactly. I'm trying to start. So I got Airbnbs. I invested to a moving company, so I got my own moving company, and I have my pressure washer company as well. Beautiful. So it's like the money I'm making. I'm trying to create different businesses, not only just for myself but for my family. Yeah. Because one thing I don't like, I ain't gonna say I don't like. I don't mind helping family out, but it's like if you're not trying to do something for yourself, don't ask me for nothing, right? So I want to create businesses to where you don't got to ask me for nothing.
Like, here you go. Like,
bingo, I got this business. You run this business.
Or you can work at this business.
Bingo, you see what I'm saying?
Put the whole family on.
Bingo, that's all it is.
Now, was all that done because of Shopify?
Oh, of course. Yeah. The mindset was always there, but the funds wasn't.
Right. So you were able to get the capital to become diversified.
Bingo.
Now I can actually fulfill my goals, my dreams, and help my family members out. Hey, Puki, y'all. So y'all ain't out there on the street. Come over here. You're gonna work for this pressure washing company. You prove yourself, your valor, your merit. You can maybe move up to a manager, assistant manager, VP, or whatever that looks like.
That's it.
I love it.
That's good. That's a major key right there. 'Cause I think from what I'm hearing from you, a lot of your success comes. It's the mindset.
For sure.
Right? I found is that how you do anything is how you do everything.
Wow.
Thanks.
Say it again.
I like that. That was a gem. That was a gem. That was a gem.
How you do anything is how you do everything, because a lot of times we feel like, okay, when you're starting to become successful, you see the patterns in almost everything else, right? And so it's so important because you mentioned earlier about helping family.
Facts.
Man, if there's a clutch or if there's like people, it's always our family. But
man,
I feel like the greatest way that we can help them, right, is to be the very best version of ourselves, right? Because I found that most people don't need charity; they need inspiration.
Well, bingo.
Everybody needs a rap.
Sponsors.
Hey, listen, you are shooting fire right now.
Thanks.
This is what you get when you go onto the video.
Right. For sure.
But I mean,
behind the dollar, what's up?
When you get men who has vision and are going somewhere. I mean, this is what happens. It's like putting fire together, and it just creates a bigger bonfire, right?
Yeah,
so like I said when we started earlier, I was like, man, I'm excited because I can see and I can hear the conversation that's happening, and that was like the same way whenever I met you guys for the first time, right? It was the conversation that was going on that. This is the table that I want to be on.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not just about the conversation, right? Conversation, right, rules the nation. We all know that. But at the end of the day, it's about the action.
That's all it is.
And then having the discipline to keep up said action over and over again. So I'm curious, either one of you, talk about the discipline that you have to yield on a daily basis initially to get your Shopify store up and running and profitable.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, of course, like anything, there's trial and error, and there's bumps you're going to have to go through the road. One of the biggest bumps that we're seeing right now is Google Ads. Like, when you first get a Shopify page, especially now because of COVID, a lot of people are trying to get a Shopify page going up, and there's a lot of scammers. So before you even start, sometimes your store could be suspended, and you can't even use it.
Wow.
So
Why suspend your store?
Just because there's a lot of scammer pages, and Google's just try to take every security option that's possible to make sure that you are legit. They want to make sure you have like contact information. Like they ask for like a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Okay. And if you miss one thing, your store can be suspended. So I guess it's just off the bat before you even get into Shopify, like just getting it through that bug. And once you do get through that bug, just like there's a couple more bumps you have to get through. But once you really get it down, like once you understand the data, I think I told Javaughn like a couple months ago, I was like, bro, I understand this now. Like I'm looking at the data.
It makes sense.
Yeah, once it like clicks, it's really like smooth sailing from there.
It's so easy.
It's like Neo. I see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could like see the data. You can see your ads, how much you're spending, how much you're profiting, and like once you get it, you can really take off.
Scale it to the moon.
Right.
So, how can people get a hold of you guys through social media? What's the easiest way they can get a hold of you guys through social media?
Right. Well, most definitely. You can either go through either one of our social media website or sites. My IG is at Shop by Mello.
Mine is boss_man_Brooks.
Gotcha. So hey, visionaries, send them a DM. You just heard the handles. Cuff and I are gonna have a conversation with them, obviously offline.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit easier to get Vision Lab apparel pretty quickly, Cuff.
Sure.
It might be pretty easy to get it now.
For sure. And I think it's important, like we said earlier, it doesn't matter your age.
don't, not
Whether
at all.
you've been in corporate America for 30, 40 years and you're tired of burning the midnight oil, whether you're working that graveyard shift, right? Like there's an opportunity for everybody, and it's really up to people to kind of seize that moment. So I really hope that people have been inspired, not only by watching you two young gentlemen take the Shopify world by storm, but also inspired by the words that you guys have given us, and that they follow up with you, right? Like, I certainly appreciate it. So typically on our show, we always land the plane. And so I do kind of want to ask you some similar questions as it relates to, like, your Shopify business.
For sure.
Like, are there plans to actually scale the business? And if there is, what does that look like?
Most definitely.
Oh, my bad. Look out.
Yeah, you can go.
So scaling our business, how can I say this? So I want us to be like, I don't know if you ever heard of foray and how like on every like social media platform they always have conferences. And I ain't trying to bite their style, but it's like not that many people know about Shopify, and we trying to travel the world teaching about this.
Okay.
Right. So we want to go around the world, not just like in you. We want to go around the world traveling, teaching people about this. We're going to be creating more videos because a lot of people are like, hey, I want to do it, but I don't know. We're going to be starting creating more videos, like simple processes. You don't believe this work? Watch this. We're going to be creating challenges where, hey, you still don't think this going to work? We're going to do a 0 to 10K challenge this month.
Wow.
Or a 0 to 20K challenge this month.
Wow.
They're going to document the videos so you can see step by step how we did it to get here.
And it takes $1,000 to get in.
That's it.
Yes.
Other courses 4 to 5 or 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's just crazy. But it's like we're just doing it so we can just help as many people out.
So I just was going to say, I want you to repeat what you said earlier in the episode. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Oh, heck no. I done put in years in this. This is not no get-rich-quick scheme at all. At all.
So what's a typical ROI and turnaround? Because I know tons of visionaries are out there watching, listening, and wondering, okay, you know what? I'm a fool with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get down with y'all. What is my turnaround time? I'll drop the G on the class.
Right.
When do I expect to make money?
You can expect to make money right after you finish the course.
And it's 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how fast you go through.
Bingo.
Right.
Now, you trying to scale your business like from like 50 G's to 100 G's, it'll probably take a month or 2 months, depending on you.
And then you're getting 30% off that.
35 to 45% off that.
Why that sliding 35 to 40? Is it
Depending on what you're selling. That's all it is.
Gotcha. Understood.
So, yeah, so it's like, how can I say this? So it's like, that's why Shopify is so, to me, amazing compared to different other platforms like Amazon, because they got Amazon drop shipping, they got Walmart drop shipping. they take in you only bring it home 15 to 20% of that. And the fees is crazy.
Fees are
That's why I
ridiculous.
say, not trying to sound crazy, but it's like Shopify is so important that not that many people know about it. And not to sound funny, but not a lot of people that look like us that's doing Shopify. You know what I'm saying? That's being successful in it as well. And like I said, we really care and we want everybody to succeed just by doing Shopify, because this is pandemic proof. This is like
People still buy it.
you feel me?
Yeah.
You can still buy it and make money, no matter what's going on in the world. You can always be at home, be on vacation, be on your toilet, wherever you want to be. As long as you got your phone or your laptop, you can make money. You know what I'm saying?
So, gentlemen, as my last question for you guys is that I'm big on books, right? I love to read because I think the mind is the worst thing to waste, right?
For sure.
So, what books would you guys recommend? To our listeners, what books would you guys have?
I would say my two main books. I just got two books that really changed my life, and it was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yep. Shout out to Robert Kiyosaki.
Exactly.
That's really good.
And The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Man, that's a tough one.
Them two books there really changed my mindset and really changed my life. So if you haven't read it, please read it.
Real quick, you go ahead and go first.
Okay.
Go first.
With the books?
Yeah, with
okay,
your
yeah.
books.
For me, it's Rich Dad Poor Dad as well.
Yep.
I'm a big audiobook guy. I'm always either doing something or driving, so I can listen while I'm driving. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm about to read the 10X Rule by Greg Cardone.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but I heard great things about it. And also Black Privilege by Charlamagne the God.
Okay.
I read that a couple years back, and it really brought me into the entrepreneur mindset.
I think those are all outstanding books. Mo will tell you, I'm big into reading. The other one I think that should be your foundation for all of it is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So it's
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean, we're the third week of January. Definitely encourage you guys to start your year off. This is for all visionaries out there. Start your year off, with Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's absolutely outstanding.
So, Cuff, we've reached the part where it's time for us to land the plane. Mello, Javaughn, this is both of you. You're sitting at a round table. It's you and 5 other seats. Who else do you want at your table? The only caveat is that you can't have Jesus at your table, because who would want to talk to him?
Yeah, I'll say Jay-Z,
Of course.
Barack Obama. I'll say TD Jakes.
It's because your mama watching.
Hey, Mom. Charlamagne the God, big inspiration for me. And I'll say Michelle Obama as well.
Okay. Love it.
You, sir?
It's on me. Dead or alive, right?
Yep.
Check this out.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
You feel me?
Be good. You got warmed up.
I want Jeff Bezos,
Yep.
Yes.
Sam Walton,
Yep.
Jay-Z.
Yep. So you got 3 billionaires out there.
You feel me?
Yep.
I want Master P
Respect.
and Rick Ross.
I like it.
It's pretty good
I
table.
like it. It's a good table. I want to give a big shout out to you guys for coming on to the show.
Hey, big shout out.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
no
For
problem.
real.
I appreciate
It
that.
mean a lot. Definitely mean a lot.
So we rolled this out, man. We did it specifically for all of our visionaries, like Mo said earlier. We wanted to have more of a conversation specific to the financial backdrop and teach people what happens behind the dollar. So big shout out to our sponsor, Aquila Financial and Tax Services, for sponsoring the Vision Lab podcast as we bring to you Behind the Dollar. It's been an outstanding show.
Yes.
Certainly appreciate you gentlemen for jumping on and really opening our eyes.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
for
us.
sure. To something different, something unique. Doesn't matter who you are, your age, your race, whatever. Anyone can open up a Shopify business. Make sure you guys holler at these brothers to get that done.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Mosley. He is Ryan Cuffey. He is James Aquila. Again, the name of the company is Aquila Financial and Tax Services. The address is 13355 Noel Road, Suite 100 here in Dallas, Texas, 75240. The phone number is 972-348-5525. This is Mello Joseph, right? I got it right? Yes.
Absolutely.
Javaughn Brooks.
Yes, sir.
They are the founders of From Struggle to Paradise. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard their handles earlier. Reach out to them, DM them. Cuff and I can attest they will answer. And we will see you guys next week or in a couple weeks on another episode of Behind the Dollar on the Vision Lab podcast.